Tomorrow, voters will decide which two candidates will advance in a race that will help dictate the law in Wisconsin for the next 10 years.
Amy Reed joins us now to break down your three options here. Amy?
So tomorrow is the primary. That means that's the first round that narrows these 3 to 2. Here's a little taste of what they're like. All three candidates for the Wisconsin Supreme Court bring different experience and different politics. Current Justice Daniel Kelly and Dane County Circuit Judge Jill KAROFSKY have both accused the other of knowing how they'll rule before entering the courtroom. KAROFSKY frequently mentions her values of civil rights and rights for women and workers. She also says her kids are worried about gun violence, but maintains that doesn't mean she's made up her mind.
I believe in the Second Amendment. I believe that there are people who people have a right to have guns in this country. However, I also believe that we need to be very, very smart when we are thinking about gun control.
Meanwhile, Kelly has been endorsed by the NRA. He's also posted pictures holding an AR-15. Before he was appointed to the court by former Governor Walker in 2016, filling in the remainder of someone else's term, he posted his opinions on same-sex marriage and the U.S. Supreme Court ruling on it, saying, quote, "The same-sex marriage movement, in truth, has never been about rights at all. It's been about using the power of the state to compel others to legitimize the same-sex couple's personal arrangements." He refused to clarify that position to us today.
My prior opinions, as I've expressed them, are irrelevant to the job that I do. So I would tell anyone from that community, they come before us, they can be completely confident. Their case is going to be resolved according to nothing but the law. Not my personal preferences, not my personal politics, but just the law.
The third candidate, 27-year Marquette University law professor Ed FALLONE, wants partisanship out of the race and says this election is about restoring neutrality on the court.
I am the only candidate who is keeping politics out of this and stressing affirmatively my qualifications as a law professor, experienced lawyer, and the way I can bring consensus to the court.
If elected, FALLONE would be the first Hispanic member of the court and the only person of color. Each one of these candidates has a long history, and we can't include everything on air, so you can find out more about them on our website. The primary is tomorrow. Only 2 of those people will move on to the general election. That's in April.
All right. A lot to think about. Good information for voters as they head out tomorrow. Amy, thank you.
Thank you, Amy.